Now, next movement comes with the with the straight punch, or the kun-sao kun. So this starts by pushing your elbow forward. The elbow should rotate down as your hand slides directly in front along your center line. Again, you're using your wrist here as the point of understanding where your center line is. Your wrist should always lie in your center. Not your knuckles, but your wrist should lie in your center line. Because now, as your wrist is aligned in your center, once you straighten out this arm, your knuckles will be in your center, and that's what we're hitting with. Not with the tops of the fingers, not with the base of the fingers. We're punching with the knuckles, and we're always punching with the lower three, not with the top, the lower three. And the reason for that is that when you look at your hand, the bottom three knuckles align directly with the bone from the wrist. They line directly. So you want direct bone alignment all the time throughout this system. It should never be anything that's off. It should always be bone alignment. That way you're hitting with one solid piece and not 2 or 3 separate pieces. All right? So, again, pushing the hand forward, align the wrist, and your hand closes slightly. You want to aim the fist where it's going. You never want to just have it limp. You want to have it structured so where it's going is aimed where it's going. So from here, you want to push your elbow, but aim your hand exactly where it's going. So you're pushing the forearm forward by pushing the elbow. So as you push your elbow forward, your forearm is going to go forward and you're straightening out the arm. Now, once you push the arm forward, your fist should close as it travels. This is simply to teach you how to execute an explosive punch. And at the end of this, once the elbow locks, the hand relaxes, the hand opens up. And that's so that you can go into other techniques. You can punch and stop a strike. You can punch and go to another strike directly without having to punch and then think about opening your hand up to do something else. This becomes automatic. From here, from a center line, at least 1 fist length away from your chest. You can always check with your other fist here, placing your other fist directly on your chest like this. Place this on top, barely touching it, and then pull the hand back. And then you can practice this to know exactly where 1 fist length is from your chest. So again, you're pushing the elbow forward. As the hand closes, it comes directly up your center. You want to keep your body from turning because that's a natural thing. As this arm goes out, most people, their body wants to turn. You want to keep it tucked so that as this is going forward, you're still punching with both sides of your body. As you turn, you're only punching with one side and you're lessening the amount of body weight that comes behind the punch. So again, push the hand forward, allow it to close as it's traveling. Lock the elbow at the end of this. Don't let it snap down. Don't let it snap. You want to extend the arm as far as it goes, allowing the elbow to lock, right? So again, push, lock. From here, you want to turn the palm up, keeping the elbow somewhat locked, but you don't want to lock it completely. You want it almost locked, but slightly bent, just a small bend in it. Don't want it here, a small bend, because you're going to be using this. So from here, you want to pull the wrist back towards you, rotate it over, pulling the fingers back towards your chest. Once you get to this position, once it's at an angled position where the knuckles are pointing towards the floor and not towards the wall, ball your fist up. Because now you're building up the forearm muscle, which is going to allow you to hit harder, right? Remember that. You're building this up so it hits harder. As you pull the fingers back towards you, you ball the fist up, and now you're rotating the wrist, not the forearm, but the wrist, in a circle, out, which now your elbow is going to lift up. Very, very important point on this. As you're pushing your fist forward, your elbow needs to be pointed down, not out, but down. This is the natural way your arm position is. You don't walk like this. So you don't want your elbows pointing out. You always want your elbows pointing back when your arm is in this position. But when you lift your arm up to punch, you always want your elbow pointing down so that this is the natural bone alignment that your body has. So again, as you punch, keep your elbow pointed down and your wrist in your center, keeping your body forward. It's going to feel awkward, strange, it's going to feel a little tight, but there's a reason for that. Push your forearm forward until the arm locks automatically because it can't go any further. Turn the palm up, which is called this is called an upper tensile. Pull the hand back, which now you are performing what is called a hunsao, which is a rotating wrist. So from the tensile, pull the fingers back towards you, rotate the wrist around, counterclockwise, right? Not clockwise because you can't do that, counterclockwise, with your wrist in the center. Ball the fist up to activate your forearm muscles, rotate it out, keeping your fist closed. You can't tighten it and close it, but keep it closed. From here, you rotate the wrist out, back to center. Now your bones, your three knuckles are aligned with your forearm. From here, drop the elbow and pull the wrist back so that it aligns back again along directly up under your chest plate. Because from this center line here, up under your chest plate, this is where your solar plex lies. Your solar plex connects every nerve in your body at this center point. If this is hit effectively, your body is shut down. You're going to the ground. So this is something you're protecting, as well as you're protecting your lower intestines, which all lie in the center. You're protecting your nose, your nasal cavity. You're protecting your mouth. You're protecting your teeth. All of this is protected in the center, as well as along the base of your jaw. Bottom base of your jaw is where a lot of the nerves to your brain lie. This is why when people get hit in their jaw, they get knocked out. Not here, but here. So you're protecting all of this by learning to keep everything in your center. And you're simply going to repeat this on the other side. So pak, punch over, right? So again, pak, punch over, pak, step over, pak, step over and punch. Remember when you pak, let your fingers relax on top of the arm so that you have control of it. Now as you step, this is where the shot, as you drop the elbow, pull the hand up, right?